Hey guys, Breeder Bricks bringing you guys another set review. Today I have another Animal Crossing set 77049, as the set is called, Isabelle's House Visit, where she goes presumed to visit her friend Fauna, which does come in the set. You do also get Isabelle herself, both have custom heads. We'll be going through the figures later like normal, but first things first, we're gonna get through the build. Starting with the house, at least on the outside, we're gonna go from left to right, or from right to left for you guys. We have the present here, which is currently sitting on a 2x1, or like a larger, clear, elevated brick, being able to display this piece at least. It is a present from the game. And if you guys have never played Animal Crossing, you guys would know. Um, well, you wouldn't, but you do get presents airdropped to your island, presumably from someone who just has a lot of balloons lying around. Inside all of the packages are items that you can use in the game to decorate, construct new items, like it could be sticks and rocks used to make tools. It could be jars of things that you need. But ultimately, it's just very useful, and it's a nice way that you just get things given to you. It is displayed perfectly in the set, in my opinion. I think it's always nice to be able to see these little Easter eggs and little parts of that Nintendo has taken from the game and able to shove into this world that we all love. As always with the Nintendo sets, or with the Animal Crossing sets rather, we do get more trees here. Gonna carefully pull this off. As you guys can see here, I'll have a clip for you guys, but inside of the tree, we do have a bell, which is the money in the game, in coin form, and it is just a little, as you guys know from the game, you cut down the tree and you'll get items. Sometimes you get gold, bags of gold. Just again, it's another way for them to show that they have paid a lot of detail to this franchise. The set does also come with a lot of extra details as far as like being able to add flowers and other plants and other smaller creatures or parts that I currently have in a bag sitting off screen here. So there is that customizability of being able to decorate to your heart's content. Moving around to the front of the house, you guys can see we have a picket fence here that's incomplete. Maybe they ran out of money. We have a carrot and we have a pumpkin as well. So, Fauna has a diverse area of a garden. Presumably, if it extended, we'd probably have some more stuff here. We have some tools, a shovel, a hammer, and a slingshot, which if you guys didn't know from the game, you use the slingshot to shoot down all the balloons that come to your island. Pretty neat, nice little detail for them to add. And then on the right side here, we have another like smaller connector piece for all of the island pieces, presumably that you would need to buy to make your island. We're gonna be shifting to look inside here, so give me 1 second to turn this around for you guys. So looking at the interior of the home, one big difference you guys are gonna see between this set and other house sets that LEGO has released is we are missing the latter half of the house. And justifying the price, it's $40 on just on the go. I think if Lego had made the price $10 more, which I would have welcomed, to receive a complete house would have been great. And even if we wanted to go the extra mile, say 20 bucks, make it on par with or nearly on par with Nook's Cranny for $60, getting a dollhouse style house that opens up like a clamshell, I think that would have been really nice to see, just being able to have that fully complete house. They always look better when you don't walk around it and you see the interior. But I get that probably from a cost perspective, they made it the way it is. And looking inside, they did a great job, detailing the house. We have a beautiful tiled off bed here. We have a nice little tea party going on in the kitchen, and we have a sink and some more appliances in the corner. And then right here in the corner, we have a house plant, which I think is really nice. And then a nice little detail they added with the brick built chimney here. We have the smoke billowing out of the top, which I think is nice. You can also rotate it, so if you wanted to display the front side, you could do that. I think it's definitely like a little cute add-on they made for this build. We're gonna be flipping it back around here for you guys. So again, with the front side of the house, we have these bits of siding here that just kind of sit on the roof. And then this whole piece is just it's attached via like stud, and it's just sitting there on the roof. It does not hard attach. It kind of falls off periodically, but I do think it is nice that they did at least include that. I would have liked, again, to have the other half of the roof so that I could cover the all top of it, but it is what it is. Um, Overall, I think the build was fun. Um, I will say that the big point of contention, at least for this set for me, is um, the backside of the house, and then also the connections they chose for the island pieces. I think they would have been better if they just picked a small green base plate, like an 8x16 or 8x24 plate, and then just included some of these green pieces for elevation. Um, I think it would have helped a lot with the stability. And some of these newer pieces they used that attach to the house only have enough room for a 1x2 plate being stuck underneath. And whereas the other island pieces we had, there was room for 2x4 or larger plates being attached to connect them, it makes there be gaps in your island, and nobody wants that. So maybe changing those pieces to a 2x3 green plate would be better. But I'm not a Lego designer. What do I know? We're going to be getting into the figures now, and then we'll get into my final thoughts of the set and determining if the set is worth adding to your collection or not. The first figure that we have here is Fauna, and we have her with her little basket. Presumably she's going out to collect more supplies for her home, maybe something for dinner, who knows. We do have a front torso print, little jacket, and then on the back we have, you guys can see she has a fluffy hoodie as well. I'm not sure why she'd be wearing this attire on a tropical island, but Lego characters are quirky. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. And the head mold for this character is also really cool. I'm glad that we got fully custom heads for this. I'm hoping that Lego will make a CMF series and just different torsos, different characters being able to add that little extra customization is also just a really cool idea. The next figure we have here is obviously one of the stars of the show. We have Isabelle here. She is a dog, as you guys can see. This figure actually, I just noticed, actually has one of the helmet holes from, I guess, whenever this mold was injected from, which only really shows up on like helmets or larger pieces, and it sits right on the stud for the character. So I think that's very interesting that I didn't see this with any other character. But it is nice to be able to have a fully like articulated head piece for her. I do have here with this coffee cup, you guys can see she has her plaid shirt, front and back. She has no arm printing or leg printing, but I do think the figure is really nice to have. I think that it is very interesting how they managed to make these characters look as good as they do. All right, guys, so we're going to be wrapping up with my final thoughts here and discussing, is this worth adding to your Animal Crossing island? I'll say absolutely yes. If you want to build your Animal Crossing island, get this set. It's awesome. I've seen people post online color swaps for like what pieces to buy to make the houses look different. So I definitely recommend that as far as like being able to fulfill your island dreams that you have. Additionally, I forgot to mention this earlier, but the windows on the house are modular and you can swap them out and change the color. And they make these windows in tons of colors, so you can just do that to your heart's content. As far as the figures go, I think they're great. I don't have a problem with it. I think that getting more different versions of each of the figures, even if they're just recolors, would be just more accurate to the game. So I'm hoping Lego does that. We'll see what happens. As far as the build with the house, I think the build is fantastic. Whereas there are some structural concerns that we've already gone through. I believe it is very accurate to the game. It's fun, it's full of life, and I definitely do think that if you were to buy 2 of these, you could definitely build a complete house if you wanted to. But as is, it is an awesome set. But I'm not the deciding factor. It's ultimately what you guys like. As always, I've been Brandon Bricks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, hit the notification bell so you guys can get all my future notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next one.